Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Fandalorian Club. My name is Brian, and welcome to another exciting episode. I am here with Jacob Bartley. It's just us two today. Shockingly, Jake left control to me to do this.
Hello
Anything
there.
Star Wars, right?
Hey,
there
I'm bringing it on all Star Wars shows, Brian. Hello there.
Oh, that's right. There you go. Oh, yeah.
My signature.
I forgot to introduce our names. As you can tell, I don't usually host Star Wars. That's usually strictly Jake. So I'm Grand Admiral Sino. That is Obi-Wan Jacoby.
Yes.
And
hello there.
Yes, hello there. And we're here to talk a little bit about episode 4 of I was going to say the Fandalorian.
I know, it's hard not to say that.
I know.
It's hard not to say.
Episode 4 of the Clone Wars. Yeah, it was the final episode of the Bad Batch arc that they had started with. It was a good episode. It's a pretty good episode.
I'll tell you what, this is my favorite episode so far.
I think so.
This is my favorite episode so far, and maybe they intended it to be the most satisfying one, but I loved it for multiple reasons we'll get into. I loved it.
Yeah, so this is obviously spoilers, so if you don't want anything spoiled, now is your time to pause it, come back to it. Just want to give everyone that opportunity. But so it starts out that we see Mace Windu and Anakin and the clones and Echo. And Echo has this plan on how he can get them on
Coming off of, we're not sure if Echo's really working with the bad guys or not.
Yes, yeah. Echo left us questioning on that last episode. He has come up with a plan in order to stop Admiral Trench from basically taking over an Axis because they are losing at this point and are looking for a way to win. And basically, they find their way onto one of the Separatist ships, but in order to do that, Obi-Wan and Mace Windu have to go to another area and basically kind of just be the decoys in order to ensure that they can get onto this ship and basically seem like Admiral Trench knows from one of the past strategies from Echo that he would be able to take over. So we're at this point, we're still trying to figure out Echo's loyalty because even the characters were kind of like, do we know that he's good?
They're questioning everything he's saying.
Yeah, and it's we're definitely, because the way he kind of just like ended episode 3, where we're like, oh crap, he's gonna end up being bad. But yeah, they make it onto the ship. Admiral Trench, Mace Windu and Obi-Wan Kenobi are basically holding off the droids. Might be the best part for me was when Mace Windu's like, I've killed over 300,000.
Yes, I was going to say, that was one of the best moments in the episode. Yeah. Is when he says that. He's like, I'm giving you the chance to bow down, or not bow down, but
just basically surrender, trade,
be reprogrammed, and then serve a greater purpose or something.
And then the droid was just like,
blast him,
yeah. And just
we knew that was coming.
Yeah,
and it's funny because there's so many droids, right? There must be so many bullets flying out them, but you only see like 3 or 4 at a time, and they're blocking them. But I did appreciate that scene, especially when the clones show up, because when they show up, the clones are all lining up, and one of the clones gets shot. And I was thinking they're actually showing the clones or the good guys getting killed, because what they did with the droids are always dumb, bumbling idiots, which they are, and they're terrible with shooting. Mm-hmm. The worst army ever. Who created those droids? But also they never hit anything.
No,
and that's realistic. Even if they were bad shooters, if there's so many of them taking shots, they're going to hit people eventually.
Yeah.
And I love that they show a stormtrooper or a clone get shot.
Yeah. I mean, it's
realistic.
It's, well, like you said, realistic. Mm-hmm. So they're distracting the Admiral Trench. He's thinking he's got them in a trap. While in the meantime, the Bad Batch, who else? it's Bad Batch, Anakin, and
Rex and Echo.
Rex and Echo are all in this like little hub center on the Separatist ship, and they're basically predicting the move one step ahead of. Actually, one step. Is it kind of ahead? They're waiting for Trench to make his move, and then they're telling the Mace Windu and Obi-Wan what his move is and how to counter it, or end up switching it through the machine. And then they find out that there is a bomb in the plant, and it is up to the Echo to get the code for Mace Windu so he can switch the code off. But then they are found out that they are there, and Anakin has to confront Trench on the bridge deck, and kills him flat out.
Well, he goes there to
kill him.
Get the code to turn off the bomb.
Yeah.
And then there's multiple reasons why I love this episode.
Yep.
First of all, the most Jedi action we've gotten all season long, which I loved, but also it tied into the storyline that was happening naturally. It wasn't just like, let's put a bunch of Jedi in for no reason. We get, of course, the most Obi-Wan we've gotten as far as action goes. But that moment where Anakin kills Trench is the best moment of the episode.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going to go in there and just kill him for no reason. Mm-mm. He slices off, I don't know, his arms or tentacles or whatever.
Well, they looked like his spider arms, but they were robotic. Because it made a robotic sound.
Said, yo, you're a Jedi. And then Anakin goes, what? What'd you say, basically?
Yeah.
And then he's like,
he looked like he was going to kill him flat out.
So then, I think he wasn't going to kill him. But then he tries to shock Anakin. And Anakin's like, all right, now you're dead. He's boom. Like, and once that happens, once he kills him and he starts falling over and Anakin goes to grab the detonator, you hear the score kick in with this darkness score. And that we're so close to Revenge of the Sith, that it makes sense to start showing these darker moments with Anakin. So I loved that moment. It was so good.
Absolutely. Because that was one of my questions going into this final Bad Batch episode is Admiral Trench gonna live? I mean, I would assume he would be dead because of the war. And now we know it was Anakin that killed him.
For Disney Plus to show him just shove his sword straight through his chest, or lightsaber straight through his chest, was pretty ballsy of them.
Yeah, so takes the detonator to the ship, which I find kind of funny that they just have detonators to ships on the thing. I guess it's self-destruct, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I know, on the place where...
But I love how he goes, Wrecker's going to love this. And so makes his way out. Obviously, they dismantle... Mace Windu dismantles the bomb. And we get them escaping. We get Wrecker running through the droids.
That was so cool.
Yeah, finally, he's super excited that he gets to do
second best moment of the episode.
I'll let you say that one because you like that one.
I don't know what he's using, some little device that he uses it earlier in the episode, but not as much. And he puts a little device on the thing, he hits it, and it starts making the bullets go round and round in a circle and kill all the droids walking through.
So dope.
Amazing. I said that episode where Crosshair locks himself onto the flying creature and follows Anakin. Once he did that, he was my favorite member of the Bad Batch, but this made him even more so.
Yep.
To top it off, you see Wrecker all upset, and because
he didn't want to get his kills.
I think
topped.
Hunter says Hunter or Tech. Is it Tech?
I think it was Hunter that said it.
Is Tech his name?
Tech is the
So one of them says, "Don't worry, you'll get to outdo him next time."
Yeah,
and that's just so hilarious. And I was telling you, I love the Bad Batch. This just makes me... I liked the Bad Batch a lot. This episode made me love them.
Okay. I knew, they're going to be dope. I didn't think that I would love the characters and be, really, it sucks because now I'm like, I want to know more. I want to see what
this episode, you and Jake talked a lot about wanting to see the Bad Batch outside of this Clone Wars series. Mm-hmm. And... while I wouldn't have minded before this episode, I was like, sure, maybe, why not? Now I want to.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. I like the camaraderie between them. Individually, they're really cool. and what happens at the end with Echo and them.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. We have, after that dope triangular shot,
cool. So cool.
They get onto the ship. Anakin hands Wrecker the detonator and says, "I've got a present for you." And he's, "This is the best moment of my life."
He busts a tear.
Yeah, and blows up all the Separatist ships. We get back onto an axis in the base, and that's when they said that they will be getting medals for their actions. But the Bad Batch, they don't care. Yeah. They're not there for medals. They're there to just do their job. And that's when the Bad Batch starts to leave, and Rex tells Echo that, the Bad Batch offers him a spot with them because he's not your standard clone anymore. And he's like, "Nah, I'm good." And they start to walk away. But then Rex comes over and says, if you feel you belong with them, then you need to go with them. And he takes them up on that offer. And they salute each other, the five members of the Bad Batch now, and Rex salute each other, and that's how we end it. And it was such a good ending.
It was really good ending. The ending topped it off so well. It turned it from a really good episode to a great episode.
Yeah, it's amazing because I've said it before. Who knows if. I'm sure it would have, but who knows if we would have had such a great reaction to it if we would have had it when it would have finished.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have had these almost 10 years, about 10 years, to sit on it, and then we're getting the treat of getting this, and then just seeing how awesome it's been so far, and it's the first one. There's still 8 more episodes, 2 more story arcs. I can't wait. I feel like it's only going to get better. And that was so good as it was.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bad Batch made it out. I will say that is the one thing I'm surprised is that the Bad Batch made it through.
I didn't think they were going to die.
I thought maybe one of them would go.
Maybe, yeah, true. That I could see that. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe someone would end up dying, but no, all of them survived. They gained a member, and it's like you said, it's dope because we can now see more of them maybe through a comic, through a book, a video game.
They don't have to. Their story doesn't have to end with Order 66 or tie into any of that. And you could say that whatever the Separatists did to Echo removed the chip from his head.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the chip anymore in his head.
I don't think
I don't think the Bad Batch do because they never went through the same process as the other clones.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't look like clones.
Yeah.
So they can survive as normal people, just kind of like how Rex did. So, I mean, that's kind of really cool because who knows how long they lived? Who knows how long they've been around? I mean, Rex, we know that everyone says and they kind of said that he was in Return of the Jedi, so they could have made it that long.
Well, if they tell any stories right after Revenge of the Sith, the Bad Batch can pop up in any of those stories. Yeah,
they can do whatever they want with the Bad Batch now because if they want to say that they figured out the chips in their head and didn't follow Order 66, it's fine. Yeah. It works. If you want to argue, but all the clones, people are going to notice the clones and stuff. They don't look like clones. Yeah. They could be normal people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's awesome how they can do that.
They're deformed. Can't see my fingers because it's such a small shot. Deformed because they don't look like other clones. Echo fits right in, and the Echo thing is so great because he's been kind of disfigured based on what the Separatists did to him.
Yeah,
and now he's this kind of freak. While the Bad Batch are all considered freaks among compared to the other clones, and I love how they go from not trusting him, thinking he's not on their side, to gaining his trust through this mission. Yeah. And then it was a sentimental moment. You even said, "Aw," when they did it, when Hunter offered him a spot on the Bad Batch. And it made so much sense for Echo to go on the Bad Batch's team And I loved how Rex gave his blessing, because he was
Absolutely.
probably hesitating because of Rex.
That's his buddy.
And then the salute, and how now us as fans aren't, but where's Echo?
Yeah.
We don't. That question is answered. See, that's how you successfully send off a character in another direction, so you don't wonder where they are in the
Characters.
storytelling. Not how Resistance does it, where at the end of the season they just go off into some random space travel thing, and the season just ends, and it's like, that's where they were during The Last Jedi and things like that. You know, this handles this way better than Resistance did.
Yeah, I didn't end up finishing Resistance, but you know, I applaud the way they did the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch, because I mean, it's funny because in the end, them having these disformities or stuff might have even saved their lives and kept them from going on past Order 66.
And preventing them from being a part of Order 66. I don't know if they would have been the same type of people if they were regular
Probably
clones,
not.
or if they would have been as skilled if they were regular clones, but they would have just been
They would have just been
4
clones.
people who became stormtroopers, and they aren't because of this.
Yeah.
You know?
Great storytelling, great story. These last 4 episodes. I mean, the Star Wars TV shows is killing it right now. Absolutely killing it.
I think each episode. Well, you guys didn't. The third one was. I will say I enjoyed the third episode. I wasn't on last week's. I enjoyed the third episode, but it definitely is the closest thing to a filler.
Okay.
Of the 4.
It was my favorite.
But the whole 4 episode arc wrapped up really nicely.
Yeah.
And I thought the 4th one was the best, and I loved it very much. No, episode 2 is great. Episode 1, 2, and 4 are great to me. Episode 3 is really good. I enjoyed all of it so far. Yeah. Way more than I enjoyed this story about the clones, where it's not Jedi-centric, way more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too.
And while I thought at first people were blowing out of proportion how cool the Bad Batch were, I liked them, but not as much as most people. Completely changed my mind.
Absolutely.
Not only are they really cool and kick butt, but they have depth and they're really cool characters. And Crosshair is just such a cool. First of all, he has the coolest name out of all of them, in my opinion, and I don't think we've ever seen a character like that in Star Wars, where they're like a Hawkeye or a Bullseye type character.
Oh, where it's like a perfect shot.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that, and he's that version of this in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's it. That's our reaction to the first arc of the first story.
Well, speculation on next going forward.
I still think they'll be on an axis.
Yeah.
Okay. They're done. The Bad Batch has gone off, but I think they're gonna stay in that.
Okay.
And then hence Ahsoka's.
So it's coming into the Ahsoka storyline, right?
Yep.
It should. Oh, I cannot wait for that, and I'm sure Jake's looking forward to it.
Yeah. I would love.
There's really no way to predict what's going on other than the trailers, but I'm really curious.
There is no trailers for the next.
No, I'm saying
other than
the trailers that we've seen so far that show Ahsoka and Maul. How are they going to bring Maul in? That's what I want to know.
Who knows? But
I'm so excited.
It's going to be great. But like I said, that's our reaction for the first arc, episode 4 of the Clone Wars. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Did you enjoy it? Is it your favorite episode? Did it tie the Bad Batch bow perfectly like we both thought it did?
I think it did.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it. I am Grand Admiral Stino. Brian, if you didn't know, that is Jacob, Obi-Wan Jacoby over
check
there.
out my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
Fandalorian
Club.
We have
T-shirts.
We have shirts now. Fandalorian Club with Ahsoka on the back. Jake is killing it with these t-shirts.
Yes.
They are on
go at TeePublic.
Yeah, they are on TeePublic. I just tell people go on TeePublic and search Apocaflix.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
The easiest way to get to it, and you will find awesome shirts like that. And if you get one, then absolutely post it, and we will post it and shout you out.
Tweet at us. Yes.
Yeah, let us know. But thank you for joining us, and we will catch you guys next time on episode 5. May the Force be with you.